biggest religious festival Odisha has seen in 19 years. Drawing out millions of devotees.
My heart was in the mouth when I was controlling the crowd, seeing the massive surge of crowd.
Occupying every inch of space of a 3-kilometer long grand road.
This year the crowd was at least 2.5 times of any previous years.
Hoping for a glimpse of their Lord during the Nabakalebara Rath Yatra. This film is about the largest ever deployment of police in Odisha.
On the day of Rath Yatra, the total deployment of police forces was 315 platoon, which was unprecedented.
Involving months of detailed planning, training and execution.
A series of meetings were conducted by the DGP with the related departments.
जगह तो उतनी ही थी, संख्या लोगों की बढ़ती जा रही थी.
With only one mission, to ensure the safety and security of over 5 million people. Puri, the holy city of Lord Jagannath in Odisha, one of the most sacred sites for Hindus. Every 19 years, the idols of the deities of this famous Lord Jagannath temple are replaced in a grand 4-month-long religious festival called Nabakalebara, meaning new embodiment of the Lord. The most significant day of the festival is when the Rath Yatra of the deities begins. The day when new idols appear for the first time before millions of devotees gathered outside the temple. It's been a 19-year-long wait and the crowds go into frenzy. The festival was last celebrated in 1996. The state administration has been preparing for the festival for the last 3 years. The day of the Rath Yatra finally arrives on the 18th of July 2015. As the crowds swell to millions, the most difficult task becomes crowd management. The responsibility and challenge rests with the Odisha police, a task closely monitored by the Chief Minister Naveen Patnaik himself. The man leading the charge is Director General of Police, Sanjeev Marik.
For the long-term planning, we needed certain infrastructure. And having the experience of the last 11 years, I realized that certain infrastructure is very essential.
Preparations started almost 3 years ago, with emphasis on capacity building of Puri District Police to address the challenge. New police station buildings, barracks, transit mess, state-of-the-art CCTV surveillance system with 2 control rooms, one for crowd management and the other for traffic regulation. All of this was built at a cost of rupees 50 crores.
It was an honor for us that government of Odisha accepted all our proposal in this regard.
Even as the infrastructure was getting ready, a series of preparatory meetings by the Odisha police were held starting 19th February, 5 months before the festival. The idea was to coordinate and ensure a smooth operation between several line departments associated with the celebrations.
Every 15 days we are reviewing it and also communicating to the concerned authority that the deadline has not been met yet.
Sanjeev Marik, the Odisha Police DG, distributed duty and supervision in key areas to several of his top officers. They included security arrangements to Director Intelligence Sunil Roy, Intra and Interdepartmental Coordination ADGP Headquarters Satyajit Mohanty. Overall Law and Order and Coastal Security to ADGP Law and Order Binyanand Jha. Cordon arrangements to ADGP Special Armed Police Arun Kumar Ray. Railway Police to ADGP Railways Mahendra Pratap. Crowd management near the chariots to IGP Central Range RP Koche. Traffic arrangements to IGP Special Armed Police Sanjeev Panda. Inside Temple Police responsibilities to IGP Operations Somendra Priyadarshi. Executing police arrangements on the ground to SP Puri Ashish Singh.
We had divided our entire crowd control mechanism into various zones, different sectors, each under the charge of a DSP or an inspector.
As the festival date nears, the Odisha Police has deployed over 10,000 security men in Puri. 500 police vehicles are mobilized to Puri. 600 wireless sets utilizing 7 channels are in use for communication. Besides, a number of security gadgets like metal detectors, bomb disposal units, X-ray baggage scanners, night vision devices, binoculars, etc. are utilized for security. Men from various agencies including Rapid Action Force, CRPF, NDRF, Odisha Disaster Rapid Action Force, Coast Guard and Special Operation Group commandos will be guarding the festival. A never-before-witnessed scale. Making camp arrangements for such a big force in barracks office, schools and temporary accommodations is a mammoth task.
24 hours ready रखिबा एवं जहार जहाँ जत बड़े दरकार अछि ताकू नै करी काम करेबा एटा होछि बहुत विराट चैलेंज.
The integrated control rooms are now ready with CCTV surveillance system. More than 200 cameras and representatives of line departments are present to attend to any emergency at the town police station in Puri. The exclusive traffic control room at Kumharpara is also equipped with CCTV. 7 temporary outposts and 30 temporary aid posts are set up in and around Puri. 7 different radio channels are now functioning to avoid cross-communication among officers. Such a huge gathering always has a terror threat. 2 bomb detection and disposal squads are deployed, which responds to 9 calls for suspected bombs and 32 calls to handle unclaimed luggage. Puri, being on the sea coast, the coastal security is put on high alert.
We had 3 fast interceptor boats belonging to Marine Police of the state redeployed in Puri. And then we had trained Marine Police from other districts and mobilized here. So that was the first line of defense for coastal security. Then beyond 12 nautical mile, we had Coast Guard arrangements.
Finally, the big day of the Rath Yatra arrives. Puri is a small city with a population of less than 3 lakh. But today, the city will be flooded with 5 times its normal population. The pressure of this challenge is first felt at this traffic control room at Kumharpara. But thanks to the construction of new infrastructure in time, including installation of CCTV cameras, the challenge is being met head-on. Detailed planning and massive preparations have been made to meet the traffic challenges by dividing traffic arrangements into 3 parts: outside traffic, inside traffic 1 and inside traffic 2. Total 31 big parking places have been developed. 3,500 personnel are deployed to monitor traffic. 6,840 heavy, 29,160 light motor vehicles and 55,182 wheelers enter Puri on 17th and 18th of July for Sri Gundicha Rath Yatra. In spite of such huge traffic flow, it's managed smoothly.
There has been major technical input this year, and in addition to that, we are trying to connect with the people by giving the up-to-date traffic regulations through social media, through our website.
The crowd gathered in Puri's Grand Road is swelling every minute. And by 10 a.m., the Borodando has already reached its full capacity. Any delay in the rituals of the Rath Yatra at this point makes the crowd impatient. Here too, the police, with constant coordination with the temple servitors, ensure punctuality of rituals.
The moment you find the rituals get delayed, the crowd outside, they get restless. There is always crowd getting in and not getting out.
In spite of all security and safety arrangements, watching the frenzied crowd in fervor makes one bite the nail. A small mistake could lead to a big disaster, resulting in loss of lives in large numbers. Seeing the unprecedented crowd, the Odisha police for the first time takes the decision to stop entry of people from the 18 small lanes that leads to Borodando on the Rath Yatra day. These lanes serve only as exit and ease the pressure on the crowd as and when it swells beyond control. This wise decision averts several stampede-like situations on various sensitive pockets.
इस बार हम लोगों ने ये एहसास किया था, पूरी टीम ने एहसास किया था कि अगर हम क्राउड को इस तरह से रेगुलेट कर पाए कि वो कहीं क्रॉस फ्लो ना हो, दो साइड से लोग एक जगह पर ना मिलें, कोई एक ऐसा पॉइंट ना बने जहां पर लोग ज्यादा ओवर क्राउडिंग हो जाए.
The most crucial moment of the day is yet to begin. The pulling of the chariot. As the crowd gets into a fervor, it is by far the most dangerous and difficult situation to manage.
Crowd is to be controlled while the Rath is moving. All want to drag the Rath. And each of them rush to take hold of the rope and pull the Rath, because there is a strong belief that they will be doubly blessed.
Finally, the three chariots are dragged through the million-strong crowd across Borodando. The heat and humidity has already affected over 800 who've fallen unconscious. And several elderly persons have been taken ill. Volunteers, guided by policemen, take those affected to nearby first aid centers and hospitals, giving them emergency treatment. As the day nears its end, there is a sense of achievement. Despite apprehensions, nothing major untoward has happened. The most crucial day of the Yatra passes off by and large peacefully. Now, the crowd has to return to its destination by various means of transport, including the railways, the nation's biggest carrier. 216 special trains are being run by the Railways Authority in addition to regular ones during this period, making the crowd regulation at Puri railway station a daunting task. The government railway police of the state, along with Railway Protection Force, rises to the occasion, handling about 500,000 passengers smoothly. But the mission is not over for the Odisha police, as two more testing days of the festival, the Bahura Yatra and the Sunavesh ritual days, are yet to happen. The successful handling of the first day of the Rath Yatra gives the Odisha police the confidence, and the remaining days of the Yatra pass off peacefully. DG Marik can heave a sigh of relief. The force never went off guard and constantly revisited and retested its plan under the direct supervision of the DGP and made practical changes on ground as and when the situation demanded. For Sunavesh Day, one-way crowd mobility plan is designed. 6 evacuation boxes are formed on the entry path to accommodate the persons in distress. There is a 16-sectoral deployment of police personnel in Grand Road to facilitate crowd flow. Police is also deployed in lanes and by-lanes leading to the Grand Road. Finally, the 7 lakh strong crowd on Bahura Yatra and the 15 lakh strong bursting crowd on Sunavesh ritual day is managed with equal efficiency, with not a single case of mishap reported. However, every experience teaches us something, and policing Nabakalebara is no exception.
Just cannot allow now anybody or everybody that wants to come to Puri on Rath Yatra day to come and have a darshan, because just not possible for Puri town to take so many people on this one single day. People who are above 60 years old and those who are suffering from heart problem or having breathing problem and children should not come on the Rath Yatra day.
But along with success are personal stories of sacrifice made by a dedicated force on the ground, most of whom have worked beyond the call of duty. They are the unsung heroes. Just a day before the Rath Yatra, Sunil Kumar Singh, an ASI in Rapid Action Force, gets the news that his brother-in-law, a police officer in Bihar, has been shot dead during a raid. His seniors leave it up to Sunil to make a choice between going home and attending to his duty. Sunil chooses the latter.
दुखद तो था, लेकिन फिर भी उसके उपरांत धैर्य रखते हुए मैं अपने आप को ड्यूटी में समर्पण करके महाप्रभु के चरण में अपना ड्यूटी योगदान दिया.
At these crucial moments, the presence of every single police personnel on the ground counts. Despite running a high fever on the Rath Yatra day, 26-year-old Lily Nayak, a traffic constable, does not leave her post. She takes her medicines and remains on duty till the very next day. NK Toppo's engagement, fixed by his parents much in advance, falls on the Rath Yatra day. It's also the most important day of his career, and he chooses to serve the people. Duty before self. The 10,000 odd security personnel deployed to protect the devotees have several such unsung heroes.
The motivation was great, Each person who comes for this duty, they also feel blessed that they have got an occasion to be a part of the Nabakalebara Rath Yatra.
The police does an excellent job of managing the Nabakalebara Rath Yatra despite odds, and there is an outpouring of appreciation from those who matter the most, the people.
पुलिस माने बहुत सतर्क लाइन करिके नउचंदी.
पुलिस भाई माने प्रशासन एवं समस्त भक्तवृंद समस्त कार्य रे सहयोग करछंदी.
पुलिस माने बहुत सुंदर व्यवस्था करछन, हेल्प करछन, बहुत हेल्प करछन. पुलिस भलो सुरक्षा करछन.
The next Nabakalebara in Puri is almost 2 decades away. The challenges will be bigger, more complex, more daunting. But by successfully managing the Nabakalebara festival, the Odisha police has shown the way. They've lived up to the belief that impossible is nothing.